There were times that we'd have to do multiple takes, and and everybody's tired. They're rolling around on this roof. It's a very physical fight. Jan would ask for another take.
We see that again.
Yeah. Play it back, Steve. I'd like to do it one more time.
And Dennis would just pop right up and brush himself off and say, "Let's go," and he was a real trooper, and he did a very good fight.
And then they finally end up coming out of the ground. They shoot out of the ground and land up on Hollywood Boulevard in front of the Chinese theater.
That was one of the more difficult sequences in the movie in terms of the logistics involved and working with the traffic control and so forth, because we did have to shut down, I believe it was 4 blocks there.
We had to shut down Hollywood Boulevard. We had to start the approach of the train on the east side of Highland Avenue, which meant we had to hold traffic on Highland. We had cables strung across Highland for one of the jumps because the train was actually being towed up the street and over the ramp. We also had a lot of lockup problems because obviously, we could not clear the street of all the tourists and everybody. So again, it was a complicated shot, and it happened unfortunately to rain that morning, which made it doubly dangerous. And again, fortunately, we were very safe there.
On the rehearsal, so everybody's aware, there's 2 other vehicles. There's 4 total working. There's 2 other vehicles that are working in conjunction with Brian. When Brian is at just the nose of the train is breaking through the sign there, the Hollywood Station sign, Ronnie Rondell will be in a car heading westbound, okay? Ronnie will be alongside the Chapman crane when that breaks through, and he will just continue on, but that's the gap, the distance. Joffrey Brown, and Joffrey, where are you? Joffrey will be heading eastbound, and Joffrey will be right at this sign, probably somewhere right below Christmas, when the train breaks through, okay? So just everybody should understand, those 2 vehicles will be working. No one should be running across for any reason. And the stunt people that I've given specific jobs to, they also have to be well aware that there's vehicles working so they don't just jump out into the street at the wrong moment. That was a 2-part jump, the first being the actual jump and landing.
There's a lot of work that went into this. The cage inside for me is incredible. There's a roll cage and 3 sets of shocks on the front and rear. They're specially pressurized heavy-duty shocks, and the tire pressure, and I'm in a harness that's suspended from the ceiling, so it absorbs all the shock. There's just a lot of dampening things to keep me from getting hurt.
The problem was we couldn't see the driver, right? That one was not supposed to be driven because at that point in the script it's unmanned. Keanu and Sandra are supposed to be in the back. So he was looking through a small little porthole, and basically it was like driving with blinders on. And the second one being what we call a pipe ramp, where the rail car ran up a pipe which causes it to lay over on its side. And the third part of that being the drag, where the car, once it's on its side, was attached to a cable and dragged down the street. In my 17 years, I can only remember doing 1 car chase on Hollywood Boulevard where we were working in that particular area. And I think all the spectators, all the people that, come from out of town, their dreams were fulfilled that day, being able to see the stars, to see all the action that they saw. And it was an incredible sequence.